Hello Taurus, welcome. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. This is your Fairy Oracle reading for January 2022 or thereabouts. It's a general reading, Taurus, so please take what resonates but leave whatever doesn't. Leave it behind for somebody else at this time. So we'll start with the Animal Spirit Oracle cards. Just to get some overall energies for your reading, Taurus. So what do we have for Taurus at this time? What can we tell Taurus? What does Taurus need to consider? January 2022. Right, well, we have butterfly spirit, so transformation is beautiful. So there's some form of beautiful transformation happening, either within you or around you, or a combination, Taurus. They're beautiful. All right. And crow spirit, so co-create with spirit. So the universe is working with you here, spirit's working with you, Taurus, on this, whatever it is to do with. So co-create with spirit. All right, let's see where this is going then. So going on to the Fairy Oracle cards by Brian Froud. What's important for Taurus to know at this time? Spirit, angels, guides. What's important for Taurus to know at this time, to consider at this time? January 2022. For Taurus, please. Alright, so we have the halt of your reading, Taurus, the challenge at this time. What's in your power times 2? An outcome, possible outcome, according to free will, of course. And then something else your guides would like to say to you. Alright, so at the bottom of the deck we have Laguna. And this is the Frog Queen. Part frog, part fairy. And whatever environment she's in, she adjusts, she's quite comfortable. So she's on the toadstool, getting ready to take a leap of faith here, to go off on a new adventure. If she lands in the damp undergrowth, then the frog part of her is quite happy to root around there. If she lands in the trees, in the flowers, then the fairy part of her is quite comfortable. So this is getting ready to take a leap into a different environment, Taurus. Okay. Alright, so a little bit more of a shuffle now. So could we clarify all of the cards on the table, please, for Taurus? January 2022. At the bottom of the deck we have undressing of a salad, and this is when you've got lots of things happening all at the same time. You're balancing lots of balls up in the air at the same time, and you're trying to focus. You don't want to drop any of them. So this is about, you know, task management, multiple challenges, multiple demands on your time and your focus here. All right, let's see. And this is all, I feel this is all part of this this next stage of adventure, perhaps at the planning stages. Okay. Now, at the heart of your reading, Taurus, we have the Glaucona and Miklamoco. The Glaucona, now this has come out right at the heart of your reading, Taurus, so it's a significant message, if you like. There's something that, I mean, the underlying message of the Glaucona is all that glitters isn't gold. But But I feel what this is saying, there's something that looks attractive that's being presented to you that's not the real deal. So it's something. Scratch the surface of this and you'll see it's not so good underneath. But it's presenting, it looks very attractive, whatever this is to do with. It could be to do with a person, an opportunity, a thing, an organisation. Whatever it is, you've got to scratch the surface a bit to find out what's going on underneath. And the clarifier is Michael Muckle, and he's come out just about in all of the fairy oracle readings I've done this time around. And often with at this very centre position, either as a lead card or as a supporting card. For yourself is a clarifier, Taurus. And Michael Muckle is very much a childlike energy. It can be to do with a child, but it doesn't have to be. It could be just saying to adopt a younger child doesn't think too much about what's gone, what's coming. You know, he lives in the moment. He enjoys the moment. He lives in the moment. So I feel for yourself, there's something here that you are taking each day as it comes. But there's something that's being presented to you that falsely that is going to need your attention, even though, you know, you're just enjoying the moment, if you like, taking each day as it comes. There is something that's going to need your attention to look a little bit more deeply into, Taurus. For others of you, this could be talking about an actual younger person that that may not be presenting in a way to reveal what they really think, perhaps, or how they're feeling. So take it how it resonates with you, Taurus. It will be different for all of you. All right. The challenge for you at this time, Taurus, is we've got Indy and Unity. And Indy is a very wishy-washy energy. Indy can't make her mind up about things. Just when she feels she has, then there's something else that taps her on the back and says, well, what about me? What about this? What about that? And it causes a state of confusion. And this is very much a challenge for you, Taurus, at this time. Some form of confusion, something difficult to, you know, pin something down. And the clarifier is Unity. And this is about, you know, pooling your resources, working with others to create a strong unit. But it's a challenge. I feel there may be lots of perspectives being put forward here, viewpoints, decisions to be made. But it's difficult to pin it down, difficult to make a decision with all the voices coming in here. Could be a very strong energy around that then creates this indecisive energy. Okay, so they're the challenges. So what's in your power? Well, we have Neris the Alchemist and the Dark Lady. Neris the Alchemist, this is internal change happening, great long-standing, long-lasting internal change. There's some form of a chemical reaction happening within you, so you're able to turn your back completely on the past, what has been, and very focused on where you're going now. But great long-lasting change happening internally here. Enabling you to focus very clearly on where you're going. But the clarifier is the Dark Lady, and the Dark Lady is saying that there is something that in this time of change you're going to be helped. She'll take your hand and guide you through a difficult part of the passage, and it may be something to do with the Glaucona energy here. So there's something that you're going to need some support with, to be guided at this time of change. There's some form of shadow energy here that you're going to need some support to be guided through, Taurus. But the Dark Lady is coming forward to say she'll take your hand and guide you through this. So you're going to have some universal support here. So what else is in your power? Well, we have Lom the Poet and Lady of the Harvest. Lom the Poet is the dreamer within the Fairy Oracle. He's a daydreamer, he's a poet, he's a writer. He reads a lot, he lives in a different world, if you like. But what wakes him up, what sparks him is if you talk to him about these things. Okay, so something is sparking you, I feel. There's something getting your attention, or perhaps there's something that needs to get your attention, and it's to do with some form of loss, sadness, grieving. This is either yourself or somebody connected to you, Taurus. There's an element of sadness here, and it could be that this is what you can see. Lom the Poet looking over at the Lady of the Harvest, and it could be that he is a sense of nostalgia, perhaps, thinking about something that's gone, that's lost, you know, and a sense of grief here. So being a little bit lost in his thoughts here, in his mind, in his thoughts, preoccupied with the sense of loss. Okay. So a possible outcome, we have the Singer of Healing and Leighton the Sylph. All right, a possible outcome here. Singer of, there's healing energy here and healing needed. So healing's ready to come down to support you or somebody connected to you, Taurus, or a combination. But there's a need for healing here as an outcome. Healing to do with this situation. And it's going to happen quickly. It's going to come in quickly. Leighton the Sylph is a very fast energy. So I feel that the healing is going to come in very quickly for you. Or for somebody connected to you. Or as I say, it could be a combination. So I will go through the cards quickly again. But let's have a look what your guides want to say to you, Taurus. Well, yes, so we've got the Death and Rebirth card. And we have the Ra. What your guides want to say, yes, something is ending, something's coming to an end, but it's bringing a gift forward for you. This ending is going to bring a gift. Something has to end to receive something different, something special, and that's what's on offer. But the clarifier is the Ra, and the Ra is mental energy, fast mental energy, something you think, having to think on your feet. The Ra isn't grounded, and he's not supposed to be grounded, because this is very much about what's happening in the mind, and it's what's happening in your mind, I would imagine. Taurus, lots happening in your mind, and it's to do with something that's coming to an end here, but understanding that it brings a gift with it for going forward. All right, so if I go through very quickly, there is a transformation happening, and that's the very first card to be turned over, Butterfly Spirit. So there's a transformation happening here within you and around you, Taurus, and Spirit has your back. So co-create this opportunity, this next stage with Spirit. So at the heart of your reading, there is something that needs further investigation, something that's being presented to you, either somebody or something that's being presented to you that looks very attractive, is not the real deal. And it could be that as you're taking each day at a time, and being optimistic in your energy, that not to miss the fact that there's something that's not presenting in its true form, something that, you know, is not as it's presenting to be, whether it's a person or a thing or whatever it is. So it's just to be aware of that. I say it can, for some of you, it can be referring to a younger person, but it doesn't have to be. And the challenge for you is coming together with others to have a united front, but that's creating indecision for you, confusion. And then in your power, as this internal change is happening, quite significant internal change is happening, then there's an element of a bit of a shadow energy here that the universe wants to support you, to take you through. And for somebody there's a sense of loss and grief, and somebody's very preoccupied with that, I feel. But it's within your power now to tap into this energy and get a better understanding about it, whether it's yourself or somebody connected to you, Taurus. And then a possible outcome, we have Singer of Healing, so healing coming down for you, coming down very quickly for you or for that, or for somebody connected to you. Okay, and there's definitely an ending, there's something ending, but it's bringing forward a gift, and you're being given a lot of thought to this. A lot of rapid thought going on here, fast energy. All right, let's get we have two final messages for Taurus, please, to conclude this reading. Two final messages for Taurus, please, to conclude this reading. Alright Taurus, so what we have finally, we have discovering truth. So you stand in the light of truth and finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. So discovering truth, you stand in the light of truth. So this is getting to the bottom, getting to the truth of a matter. And perhaps, you know, as you scratch the surface here of the glaucoma, you're going to get more of a realistic understanding of what this is. So discovering truth, and perhaps turning away from a direction you were going in and going in a different direction now to do with the situation. But you're going to have more clarity of understanding, standing in the light of truth and finding sanctuary, so opening to your spiritual source. And of course we had Crow Spirit, didn't we, which is co-create with Spirit. So this is very much saying this is where your sanctuary is. This is where your place of respite, of deeper understanding, tapping into your spirituality, tapping into the universal energies, opening up to your own personal spiritual source, Taurus. And that's going to help you, particularly when there's, you know, mountains all around here and lots of cloud, particularly at those times. Tap into your spiritual source, and that's going to help you get through. A time of great change for you, Taurus. That's bringing in, it's some form of an ending, but it's bringing in its own shadow work and some form of a sadness here. But you are on the eve of taking a leap of faith now and going off into a new environment. But it's a very busy time, lots of juggling, lots of things up in the air. Alright Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. Whoever it's for, and it won't be for everybody, but whoever it's for, I hope you've enjoyed the reading. And it's given you a little bit of clarity on your current situation. But good luck going forward, and until next time, bye bye for now.